you went too soon. So you stay in this one particular place, and so you make a decision by forgiving yourself and then deciding to move ahead. And that's how you learn your lessons. But if you think you're going to get away with it by having to walk away from everything, that the daily journey that you've chosen, Earth has a purpose for you. That's to teach. We all are teachers in this room. We're educators. We're mothers, we're fathers, we're sisters, we're brothers, we're aunties, we're uncles, we're children. The inner child is still within us ourselves. And we'll always become even more successful if we believe in ourselves more. There's no big deal if your kids say to your mom, grow up, you're kind of acting a little bit too childish. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that, because we were kids when we were young. What's the big difference? Right? Sometimes we have to have some fun. We don't have to act like as if we're old, thank God. The thing is that there are some people out there who I've met that are in their 70s and 80s, and they're out there going to Mexico, and they're having more fun than their kids. Really? They said they wish they went out there 25, 30 years before. But the thing is, they made that decision to go, and they really enjoyed themselves. And some people still say to themselves, before they cross over the sea, one day I'm going to go to Hawaii, or one day I'm going to go to Mexico, or one day I'm going to travel across the world. But they may not have made it. But in spirit, they did. We still make our decision to have to travel. Our consciousness, our heart wants to fulfill that dream, and that's exactly what it is. Our dreams will always begin with us. When Reverend Barbara wrote, God has a dream for me, thank you. I love when she just steps right in. When God has a dream for me, my understanding of that, our first song, is because I remember when I met Barbara for the very first time, that here she is trying to help a lot of people. And she's just there. Her presence is just there because her auric light is just there. People want to come to her. They feel so attracted to her. And I would go to her and I would ask questions for certain things that I was not too sure about. I think my first real question is when something came to me when I was flying home a couple of years back when I was on the journey. And I traveled up to Regina and I was doing a wellness show up there. And I was coming back home. The night before, I was in my hotel room and I thought to myself, I wonder if I'm really doing a good enough job. I really think, am I really doing a good enough job? And I said, okay, Spirit, if you think I'm really doing a good enough job, I need to know. Give me an answer. Give me something, and I need some proof. Well, left it at that. Woke up the next morning, got dressed to go, got on the plane, and flying back home. Now, we had to take 2 stops. I had to make a stop, transfer planes from Calgary, then we head back to Vancouver. When I changed planes and on the second plane, I'm sitting down and I'm the only guy in my own section. I got the window seat. I love the window seat. So I'm looking out the window. Anyways, I have my hat and my briefcase. I put it under the seat and I have my jacket on my lap. I hold up my book and I'm sitting there and starting to read. People start walking in. Everybody's quiet. Plane's about to get started. All of a sudden I heard this click on my boots. And I thought, what's this? Looking down, and here I pulled out a set of rosary beads sitting on my boots, wrapped around my boots, 12 my boots. And I'm looking at these rosary beads, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. So I'm looking at the rosary beads. They're made of wood, like a red cherry wood. And on the cross, they're made of wood, on the cross said, Bengulia, heavens above, between worlds. And my wife was in her language, because her language is Yugoslav. And she knew what it meant, but I had no idea what it meant to me. So I come home and I'm telling my wife all about it. I'm all excited. So I had these rosary beads, just how they landed on my feet. Interesting. So I decided to call Barb up and ask her, what does this mean? And she just says, well, your mother-in-law came through and she sent those to you. She says, call an apport. And I'm going, oh, cool. Well, all of a sudden my wife jumped up off the bed and she goes, oh, now I know why. And I said, why? She says, you came home you came home March 31st. Yeah? Mama crossed over March 31st. That was your message. They're watching over you. Right here. Have them with me all the time. So I know, and all of you should know, if you think no one's watching over you, you're wrong. Because I already know myself that there's always people watching over me. And watching over my family. And actually it's kind of funny because my wife's mom always thought I was the coolest guy she'd ever met for her. And I just always tease her all the time. And this woman, when she crossed over, she wasn't a specific religion, Catholic, but she actually, funny this way, I'm not going to say this, I'm wrong on that part. Mama was actually living the life of a Jehovah's Witness. But she didn't care what the religious name, the name itself. She just believed in God. That's all she cared about. And all she wanted to do was give me that rosary to let me know. Because a rosary means having faith. Having faith in yourself and the path that you take. So if you think you're off your path, think twice. Because you're not. Because if you have something that you feel you're off, go back to it, regroup, and get back on your line again. I've been off my path a few times. Because I want to steer here, I want to go here, I want to go here. But you learn. If a door shuts in front of you, that means it's not meant to be. But it doesn't mean it's over. You have more to do. So when you actually, it's time that you know someone you know is crossing over, let them know that it's never done, that they're coming back. They got more to learn. And if anybody ever tells you, well, I ain't coming back no more, it's hard life here, think twice. Because it's going to happen again. Until you make that decision yourself that you're completely finished. And it's up to God to say to you, your dream is finished. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Derrick. That was a wonderful, wonderful address. Right now we're coming to a very special part of our service, and it is our healing. We do have absent healing requests. If you would like to write down a name and put it in the bowl back there. As Barbara says, God only needs your first name only because He knows who you are. So if you'd like to do that, please do. There's going to be healing facilitators. If you would like to have a healing yourself, please take one of the chairs and one of our facilitators will come to heal. I want to read this because I really love reading this, Barbara. I know that you just can flow with it, but it is really nice. Again, it says, first names only because God knows whom the prayer is for. Healing begins as soon as you request it. Through the energy, and each day, the healing facilitators, which are quite a few of us here, we will be sending healing energy to those people in the bowl, and to all of you that come here every week. So we don't just focus on the bowl, we focus on all our congregations.